Yes, the friends admitted man again coming at you from Walker's Music. Yet another word for the day. We're gonna try to give you word this evening. As you can see, I'm about ready to go out and do my duty. Yes, duty calls again that we go out another revival meeting. So as usual, we gonna get together and go on out here and try to do that what God has instructed us and getting and allowed us to be able to do. We count it all a blessing. We count it all a blessing and a privilege and honor to be able to do it. Giving a big shout out to the family, to the YouTube family, from Baby Justice all the way up to Big Papa, JT. We love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. We just want to say that seeing a lot of strange activity going on. Not quite certain what's going on really. The net been acting funny, I guess. Not for certain, but I've heard a couple of people mention some things, but I've seen it all before, and sometimes it was something, and then again it wasn't. It was other things. Excuse me. But nevertheless, we don't worry about that. But my mind right now is thinking on something that was when Jesus' disciples, they came to him, and they was inquiring of him about the temple and everything, and about would he at that time restore the kingdom again to Israel. This was just before Jesus, I think, was getting ready to go back home. And Jesus told him, he said, it's not for your knowledge and the time frame to know these things, but it is already, it's for God only. God knows these things, and he got it, and he will reveal it to whom it is will be revealed to it. It'll be done in his time. In other words, Jesus was saying, don't worry about all that, but I'll give you my new commandment. And then he told us what we must do. He gave us commission to take the gospel in all the world, to the poor, and preach it to the downtrodden and the brokenhearted, to lead the captive and everything. And he told us what to do. He told us that we need to wait for his power from on high, which is the Holy Spirit. And then that when we would take forth and go forth in the ministry. That happened on the day of Pentecost, and it's been going strong ever since. Matter of fact, tonight is part of that same process. People, we need to be about God's business. I keep saying that, and it's something in me just won't let me let it go, because I know that we need to be about our Father's business. However, there are some things that we must employ ourselves. When you're in your particular run-of-the-mill everyday duty and everyday thing, everybody got something that they're mostly involved in. I mean, to a degree. If you got somebody that don't do nothing all day long, but they sit around with, they've got no vision at all, and they're going to perish, because it said without a vision, we perish without one. So I just wanted to say that also, that it's a lot of, when you take a look at how things are, with certain people and everything. It's like Papa JT in his comment to me, and I love that comment. Papa JT said, well, if they're not with you now, they never was with you. And that's true. You got people that, sometimes, my great grandmama used to tell me, God can't bless some of us, and we get besides ourselves. We forget where we come from. We start thinking that we done things ourselves, and we didn't have no help along the way, and you forget the people that help you along the way, and that's very, very dangerous for you to do, because they always told me the same people you step on going up that ladder of success or whatever it might be are the same people that you're going to meet when you start coming back the other way, falling down. But only you're going to be much faster. You come down much faster than you go up. And my plea to people is, my plea to people is this: just don't forget where you come from. I mean, when God bless you, remember, it's a judge in this area. And I won't call him a name, but he said that I remember when he was running for the judge seat, and I did some help. I helped him out with some things in the local churches, and especially the ones that I play in. And I did some things for him. And he said after he won and everything, he said some of his friends, they was I didn't get a chance to go to the celebration, But he said some friends in here came up to him and told him. He said, and I, like I said, I won't call no name, but he said he told the person told him this. He said, Judge, two things. Don't forget the people that helped you got here, and don't forget the people that didn't help you. In other words, what he was saying was, remember both sides. Remember the people that helped you, and remember those that didn't. So in other words, you know, it just goes to show you that sometimes people can take. We all can do it, people. We all are guilty of that, I guess, at one time or another. And if you wasn't guilty of it, then God bless you. But I know I've been guilty of it myself. But when you learn better, you should do better. Don't forget where you come from, people. Don't forget the people that got you, that helped you along the way, that gave you assistance, that when you didn't know nowhere else to look, and you depended on them people. So don't forget. And then when God give you your pot of gold, don't forget them. I ain't saying you got to give them none of your gold, but just don't get beside this and think that you got where you are yourself, because the same way you went up, the faster you will come back down. Just giving them just a heed of warning. That's all, because see, you reap what you sow. A man should reap what he sow, and that means mankind. So with that being said, we saying that we're gonna go out here in a few more minutes, I guess, and gonna do the duty and do what we can, and hopefully that we'll get a word from God, something that we can rely on and live by, that's gonna change our lives and make us live better. That said, this is Mitty Man saying peace. Goodbye.